reading for you about somebody who has lost their temper with you. And I feel like they are overreacting or being a bit difficult with you because of some sort of obligation. This could be a family obligation or a financial one. And of course, that financial one could be connected to a professional one. But this I think has caused them to lose their temper with you, and they realize that they owe you an apology, but they need to kind of process before they talk to you about it. So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, Dracula. How are you doing? Hello, Key Controller. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And you can also find a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in a homemade soy candle. Otherwise, I think I might actually have to light one of these because that one's going to go out. Hold, please. Otherwise, too many candles on my shelf. Let's dive in, shall we? We're gonna start with the OG, the Rider-Waite or the Waite-Smith. Hello, Indra. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is about finances. So this is someone who feels like things are crumbling or feels frustrated over what's going on with their finances. King of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and they feel like they need to get some sort of balance or work out a solution before they can really talk to you. So this could be a problem that someone else made for them, or this could be a problem that they feel like they have to find a resolution for. But it caused them to be a bit rude or unable to really consider your feelings. Maybe they canceled some plans with you. Maybe they just were not very communicative, or maybe they even just like flew off the handle at you even though you didn't do anything wrong, right? Hello, Dana. How are we doing today? What else do we have? So that King of Swords in reverse, this is like, yeah, I know I was rude. I could have been kinder. But right now, it feels like there is no end in sight with regards to people showing up and asking for money or bills that have to get paid, or, you know, trying to rework a solution in my mind so that things would be back to some sort of normal. And then once those problems are taken care of, maybe we can go out for like coffee or pie or ice cream or something. They have you as like the light at the end of the tunnel, but they also know they're gonna have to apologize. Chariot in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels like a failure of like epic proportions. Like there's multiple people here who did not do what they needed to do, or people who show up and ask for things, or maybe even somebody who has stolen from your person. But to get the King and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, along with that Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, this is very stressful. Maybe you are dealing with a business owner, and it's a struggle for them to pay payroll. Maybe there's been a robbery. Sorry, I had to say it that way. Hello, George. How are you doing? What else do we have? Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I know I owe you an apology. I know that I did something I shouldn't have or spoke to you in a way that was rude, but I'm not done with what I have to do to fix these other problems. There's multiple fires I'm putting out financially, and as of right now, I don't have a clear path to like calm or feeling like everything is sorted. So as a result, I'm not really friendly right now. 3 of Cups in the reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse. So I might tell you I don't want to go to your birthday party, or I don't care about your graduation, or I'm not interested in seeing, you know, the book report you did. This is just like, yeah, things are kind of busy and chaotic, and I'm in a bad mood, so I probably will take it out on you. Okay, that's rough. This is the Gold Foil Tarot. What else do we have, please? Tower in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like there's an issue here with either a business that they own or a family connection. It could have to do with an inheritance. But this is like, I'm the only person who's really trying to make sure that nothing happens or nothing else happens that ruins the day. I have to, you know, balance the accounts, or I have to deliver what has been promised, or I have to figure out why the jewelry is missing. There's something here where they're just like running around like a chicken with their head cut off. And they see you as this Queen of Wands energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is. They see you over here just kind of like, okay, so is this like where things end? What's going on, and what's the timetable, and did you have to talk to me like that? Like, why is everything so crazy right now? Why is there so much chaos in your life? And it's like they're irritated even by having to explain what's going on. Probably in part because they can't believe that the people they've been dealing with, whether it's in a business or in a family, did them this way. Wow, okay, so we have on the very end, the 6 of Cups clarified by the 6 of Swords in the reverse, clarified by the 6 of Cups, which is right next to the 6 of Swords. So I swear I'm trying to deal with all these problems, and it's not easy. It seems like there's just more and more that comes up that I have to deal with. But when it's all done, I'm hoping that I can connect with you. I'm hoping that I can, you know, snuggle up to you, or show you that I didn't mean to talk to you that way. Hello, Harpender. How are you doing? Page of Pentacles, King of Cups in the reverse, and the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So I've been dealing with people who have been unreasonable. I have tried to, you know, work through it or figure out why this cost as much as it did, or where this missing paperwork went. And with the 4 of Wands in the reverse, it could even be that they have to work really diligently to avoid losing their hat. Maybe even foreclosure is a threat, or maybe there is a risk that they're gonna lose their like biggest client if they own a business. Hello, Shayla. How are you doing today? Howdy, and then you got the cowboy emoji. I love it. What else? 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and Justice in the reverse. Yeah. It's a lot of responsibility that they feel like nobody else really cares about. It's just me trying to fix these problems, and maybe multiple people causing the problems, but probably not them. So their temper is unpredictable right now. They are super stressed because they feel like they're the only one who is actually making sure things get done. Everybody else is out here like, what should I do next? What should I ruin next? Hello, Mitchell. How are you doing? All right. I think we need... we're going to go with the Connolly Tarot. Hello, Cherish. How are you doing? Oh, I certainly hope not, but feel free to put your question in a super chat and I will add it to the list for personal questions. I do personal questions after the general reading is done, which would be in about, excuse me, in about 24 minutes. Hello, Third Eye. Hello, Lisa Marie. How are we doing today? We have the Chariot. So they're making progress. But with the Page of Swords in the reverse, they feel like they really can't communicate with people right now. Like, it's heads down. I need to focus on getting everything right side up or fixing the financial issues that other people have created. And once I know that that is fixed, then I feel like I could relax. But until then, I know that I am a grumpy Gus. I know that I am likely to be a bit difficult to deal with or not very fun to hang out with, right? Hello, Gavin. How are you doing? Yes, thank you everyone for liking and subscribing. It's free. And when I get to 25,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a live stream with some free personal questions. Hello, Rick. How are you doing today? Hello, Kyle. Generous of you, but I would prefer to be called Carmen, please. What else? Ace of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of you, this person is realizing that they have to have a very difficult conversation with a family member or an employee or a leader in their company. And it could be a bit accusatory. It could end up with someone getting fired. It could be that somebody is even arrested for theft. But it is certainly stirring up some anger and frustration because this King of Swords in the reverse feels like they shouldn't have to deal with this. So we have twice now had the King of Wands and the King of Swords come out together. The first time it was the King of Wands and the King of Swords in the reverse. So, you know, a little bit of a temper and maybe even on a bit of a warpath. And now we have the King of Swords with the King of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like this is the difference between feeling kind of chaotic and hectic, like I need to get to the bottom of what's going on. And then this King of Swords is in the upright and this is in the reverse because they're angry. They figured out what the problem was or who the issue is. So now that I know who lied or now that I know who, you know, didn't pay the bills or stole from the family, now I have to deal with the fallout. Now I have to tell someone, you know, there's going to have to be some consequences here. Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Cups. So it's lamentable. It's not what I wanted to see, but somebody has been greedy and I'm going to have to deal with that. Because it seems to me like there's some money missing or there's some not great expenditure. Hello, how's it going? Carrie, I hope you're having a good weekend. Hello, Raziel, what's up? 6 weeks at most. As far as like before they can come back and communicate. Ooh, that's rough, Shayla. That sounds like something that would make me mad too. Glad to hear it, Carrie. So we have the Seven of Wands. I love this card because it's making a fence. Fences make good neighbors, as you know. But it's also like this dude is patrolling, right? I do think it's interesting that the shirt is like not interested in covering this part. Okay, yeah, you know, like why not? But this feels to me like we've got our wits about us now. The angry individual, this King of Swords. is able to figure out who actually stole the cookie from the cookie jar. And now I'm going to protect that cookie jar. You cannot have access to my cookies. Because I know you're a cookie thief. So now it's like I got to do the cleanup. Now I got to decide, am I calling the cops over the cookies, right? Hello, Pedro. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Priscilla. How are we doing today? Oh, well, that does seem like a pretty determined deadline then, Raziel. Harpenter, feel free to put your request in a super chat and I will add you to the list for personal questions. I'll be doing those in about 20 minutes. Three of Wands. So now is the taking action, right? I did the research. I figured out who was doing what or where the problem started. I got receipts. And now there's someone here who's like, I'm breaking up with them, or I'm calling the cops on them, or I'm giving them the bill, or they're getting fired, right? Thank you, Matt. It's the best option, don't you think? Yes. Cookies denied. What else do we have? Queen of Wands. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. What? How did you figure out it was me? I thought that I was very sneaky. Very sneaky indeed. And you're over here able to figure out that there are cookie crumbs on my floor? I really thought I would, get away with it. Nobody would ever be able to figure out that I ate the last 2 cookies. I even, went along my merry path and didn't think anybody was following me. But with this High Priestess in the reverse, the person who has been sneaking around, the person who has caused this financial failure, they're being talked to. Like, hey, HR would really like to talk to you, please. It's never a good sign, usually. Maybe like 1% of the time it's a good sign. All right, let's see what else we've got. I think I have to go with the Salvador Dali deck because I'm still trying to look at all the awesome artwork on here. Yes, receipts are required. Hello, Kumar. How are you doing today? I did it all for the cookie. That's so funny, Matt, because literally, if you were to turn on my car right now, I'm pretty sure it would be playing Limp Bizkit Nookie, because that's what I was listening to when I drove up. That's hilarious. Kyle, you are welcome to do so. Just let me know if you would like me to pull some cards for you. If it's a gift like the flow state or like the animations, I don't pull cards for that, but I do if you send a super chat or if you gift a membership to someone else in the live chat. Hello, Steven. How are you doing? Hello, Artorias. How are you doing? So we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Nope, in the upright. Sorry, I was trying to figure out which was the upright position. That is kind of crazy. And then we've got, hold on, let me count, the 10 of Wands. I'm trying to figure out if that's a skull. No, I think it's a butterfly. I could stare at these for a while and still not for sure know what's going on, but this is an angry face, that much I know. We've got somebody who's saying basically, it's time for us to wrap up this problematic behavior. I'm not interested in tracking down accounting problems every single day, so let's figure out what happened here. And if necessary, we're going to have to like send out a bill or fire someone because I want to get back to enjoying myself instead of looking through the books and trying to figure out who the problem is. So we have the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This could be like a best friend, family member. This could be like, like, have you ever heard somebody has a, I don't know, 5-year-old who steals their iPad or steals their phone and like downloads a bunch of, apps or games, and all of a sudden now they have like a $10,000 cell phone bill, that would be like this, right? Like, hey, why were you buying all those pay-per-view fights? Why were you downloading all these apps? That's not cool. Hey, Asaluna, you don't really know whether or not people already know him, so let's not be judgmental. I'm putting you in a little baby timeout if you would like to come back and be respectful of other people's beliefs. And also, remember that key little phrase, judge not, yet ye be judged. You're welcome to come back. Otherwise, I think it's best that you find a new channel. Thank you for being helpful, Shayla. I appreciate it. Kyle, the average is $5 to $10, but 10,000 should do. Key controller, come on now. 100,000, y'all are being ridiculous. Yeah, Kyle, I would say most in between $5 to $10. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. Y'all are wild. Hello, Storm. How are you doing? Thank you for the gold coin. Hello, Darth Nerd. Can we still be friends even though I am a Trekkie? All right, so we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh, this is the liar. This is the thief. Whoever the problem is, there is a major choice. So am I just going to let you off with a warning? The next batch of cookies that I made, you're not allowed to eat any of them because you already ate too many. Thank you, Kyle. Let me know what your question is, or if you would just like a random reading. And I'll be starting those personal questions in about 13 minutes. Nope, no card pull? Okay. Would you like me to pull cards for someone else? Just a tip? I still might do a freebie for someone else, but thank you. I appreciate you. So the choice here is, do I take into consideration that you are a friend or a valuable employee when I've realized that you have made something tricky in terms of finances, right? How do I handle this financial issue without being too much of a turd muffin, without being too much of a jerk? Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I would like to find a resolution and, if possible, avoid being real mean, right? Queen of Cups, because I want this person to be able to like navigate their situation better. I don't want them to be hateful about it. This is why they don't know how to talk to you yet. They're dealing with all this craziness, but they know that they were a little bit out of pocket with you. Hello, Nat Nat. How are you doing? Oh, that's up to you, Kyle. What else do we have? The Magician in the reverse and the King of Coins. So I know that I need to pay back this money. I know that I left you in a difficult spot. Oh, thank you, Kyle. Very kind of you. He said night night. Oh, you're adorable. Hello, Proxy. How are you doing today? Indeed. We're in the midst of the general reading, and then personals would start in about 11 minutes. So the King of Coins looks rather content because things are getting easier. Like, okay, I think we have a solution figured out. This person's going to pay this back, or this client is not going to cancel. Things are seemingly better after having quite the difficulty. I have figured out who stole the cookies from the cookie jar, and they have decided that they will buy me some new cookies, or they will bake me some new cookies. Yes, exactly. So we have the Sun in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, so this is like somebody being put on timeout. You put on the dunce cap and you sit in the corner and you think about what you have done. You think about the cookies you stole. It was not your cookie jar. How could you? So there is some sort of consequence here, right? Like, no recess for you. No pizza for you. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna eat the pizza and you're gonna have to watch, but you don't get to eat any of it. Apparently I'm hungry. That's why all of my stories or analogies are food related right now, so feel free to make fun of me. I think we need the Gilded Reverie. So let's see what else we have, shall we? Oh, that's nice of your cousin. It is best to do readings for others versus trying to read for yourself, because then you just tend to see what you want to see, you know? Hello, Cedric. How are you doing today? Yes, thank you everyone for liking the video. Fried cabbage, eh? How about fermented cabbage? Do y'all like sauerkraut? Is that just me? So we've got the ship, number 3, the bear, and the snake. Wow, okay. So if this were like a business that was owned, this is like, okay, so previously you were, let's pretend it's a restaurant. Previously you were like the team lead and we always let you have like the best section so that you would make the most money. But since we can't trust you and you stole the cookies from the cookie jar, now we're gonna put you in the lame section where you don't make as many tips. Now we're going to basically punish you a little bit and everybody else gets the better tips or the better tables. Yeah, you're not going to be making the same amount of money because you did something that was not cool for the business or you stole something. So we're going to put you in a little bit of a timeout. You're going to have some time to think about what you've done. And then maybe we can go back to normal after a little bit of that, right? Oh, and we're still eating that pizza that you don't get to have any of. Hey, Rachel. That's awesome. You're making your own pickles? That's delightful. I've done that, but like I think only once. Years ago. No time out for you, Kyle. You're fine. Till 4 a.m., Rachel? Goodness. Hello, Delinia. How are you doing? No time out for you, Kyle. You're good. It's funny, though, that you ask about that when I pull the scythe. So this could be someone who is put on, like, suspension or, you know, you just have to be a host or a hostess instead of making the tip money. There's something here where it's like, we got to be a little bit cautious around you because the trust has been broken. We're not entirely confident that we can trust you. This is the Green Witch Oracle. Yes, I hope so. Naps are the best. What else do we have? Sage, wisdom, purification, and harmony. So we're going to try to create some sort of harmony or get back to the way things were. And if we can fix what was problematic before, then good stuff. I dig it. All right, what else do we have? Trunk. I'm laughing because I just bought 2 adorable trunks to store my tarot boxes. Because, like, I leave them on my table, right? But they all come with, like, books and boxes. They stack up after a while, you guys. So I got these adorable trunks. They're, like, right, yeah, blue and white, very French looking. Stability, loyalty, and reliability. Let's see if you're going to be reliable going forward. And if so, then I will be, you know, your biggest supporter. But if you're going to be over here messing things up again, then we're probably going to have to fire you. So this is what this person's dealing with. They're upset. They know that they lost their temper with you, but they have had to deal with a big financial problem. All right, so what's going to happen now that they've taken care of this financial issue? Are they going to be nice? This is the Pulp Tarot. Yes, definitely hope you feel better soon. What else do we have? How are they gonna communicate now? So it's like, okay, now that things have been settling down, now that I have solved the mystery and fixed the financial error or had a nice little talking to the cookie thief, now I want to be able to tell you what was going on and be kind, you know, find a way to make things better. So they're going to approach you, maybe even with a little gift, and say, I'm sorry, things were crazy. I had to really like be operating on all cylinders, had to have a chat with some people that were not acting right, but it doesn't justify how I spoke to you or what happened, right? I should have been nicer to you. Six of Pentacles. I think they're going to bring a gift. Like, hey, I'm sorry. I lost my temper. There was a lot going on. I had to figure out how to solve those issues, but maybe now it would work out for me to repair things with you, because the chaos with my business or with my family seems to be coming to a close, and what would make me feel better is being able to chat with you. So can we, you know, bury the hatchet? If I apologize, will you forgive me? But they've clearly been going through a lot. Oh, did I miss saying hello to you? Hello, Petra. How are you doing? Hello, Mary. What's up? So we have Judgment in the reverse. They're going to apologize and say, you know, I know I totally lost my temper. I should have been more patient with you, or I'm sorry that I had to cancel our date. It's not because I don't like you. I just had, I had a lot going on. Hello, John. How are you doing? So since we had a lovely donation from Kyle, I'm going to pull a few cards for Petra, and then I think I'm going to have to sign off because I'm getting pretty hungry. Okay, guys? So Petra has asked if you'll ever be happy. Will Petra be happy? This is your decision. There will be things that can make you happy, but the most important thing is listening to your intuition with that Nine of Pentacles. Hello, Evil Spirited. What's up? Hello, Hannah. How are you doing? Hello, Kimberly. Is there an ex coming back? Yes, but I don't know that this would be a good path for you. This is someone who causes instability. So if you are very determined to be in a relationship, this person is as well, but I don't see them making you happy. Is there someone new coming towards Petra? Yes, Knight of Cups. But there's a risk that you miss out on this new person because you're distracted by the person from your past. So the advice here, Petra, is to avoid the ex, choose the new person. Remember that happiness is something that you can achieve all on your own. You don't need another person to be happy. In fact, I would much prefer to see you be happy on your own and then meet someone, because that means you aren't dependent on someone else, right? But there is potential here that you prioritize the person from your past when the new person would be a better fit for you. I'm glad to hear that, Hannah. All right, y'all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.